Well, hello there. Your humble pilgrim friend is back again. We are musing through the Psalms. We are on Psalm number 18, utilizing the New King James Version of the Holy Scriptures. And we are including in this musing the story behind the Psalms. Dr. Jack Hyles, former pastor out of Indiana, now going on to be with the Lord, left behind a work in the public domain called The Story Behind the Psalms. It is a succinct rendering of a little bit of the history of each of the 150 Psalms. Quite a bit of work, and we are thankful to Dr. Hyles for leaving that for us. He tells us, the author, the story behind the psalm a little bit, and the way it was used by God's ancient people, and sometimes still today in synagogues throughout the world. So let's take a look at the story behind Psalm number 18, according to Dr. Hyles' research. This psalm was written after David won a victory over Goliath's family. It is a song of joy, a psalm of victory, a psalm of exultation. This psalm is also found in 2 Samuel chapter 22. It is noteworthy, though, that though this was a wonderful victory, it was a needless battle. Goliath and his family should not have even been alive. God had told Joshua and his people to destroy and drive out the heathen in the land of Canaan. Among those to be driven out and destroyed were the Anakites. These were giants, giant people, the ones that the spies mentioned upon returning from the promised land to report to the children of Israel before they crossed over to take possession. Joshua and the Israelites, however, did not destroy all of the Anakites, but left some to live in Gaza and in Gath and in Ashdod because of Israel's incomplete obedience. Much grief was brought to the people of God by the descendants of Anak, coming right down to the current day. It is never right to obey our God only partially. We must completely obey Him. For those things that we fail to crucify in our lives will return to haunt, and sometimes even crucify us in the future. Is not the entire Middle East still suffering under the fact that Abraham chose to have a child with his wife's servant, even though it may have been at her request? Much of the Middle East is that battle, that family argument. Anyway, the way that this particular psalm, Psalm number 18, was used by God's people, well, it was sung and read after deliverance from a great struggle. The Jews would sing it after they had recovered from an illness or after they had won a great battle. It was also a song that was used sort of as in a Thanksgiving season, like the end of a harvest season. And here in the United States, it would be used on Thanksgiving Day or during the Thanksgiving season. Now, think about this. Has God recently given you a great victory? Have you recently recovered, perhaps, from a serious illness? So, if so, join David in his shout of victory and pray and praise the Lord using Psalm 18. Let's take a look at just what the psalm says. I will love you, O Lord, my strength. The Lord is my rock and my fortress and my deliverer, my God, my strength in whom I trust, my shield and the horn of my salvation, my stronghold. I will call upon the Lord, who is worthy to be praised. So shall I be saved from my enemies. Remember that? Surely you've heard that song, that praise and worship song. Well, that came from this psalm. Let's continue. The pangs of death surrounded me, and the floods of ungodliness made me afraid. The sorrows of Sheol surrounded me. The snares of death confronted me. In my distress, I called upon the Lord and cried out to my God. He heard my voice from his temple, and my cry came before him, even to his ears. The earth shook and trembled. The foundations of the hills quaked and were shaken because he was angry. Smoke went up from his nostrils, and devouring fire from his mouth. Coals were kindled by it. He bowed the heavens and came down with darkness under his feet, and he rode upon a cherub and flew. He flew upon the wings of the wind, made darkness his secret place. His canopy around him was dark waters and thick clouds of the skies from the brightness before him. His thick clouds passed with hailstones and coals of fire. The Lord thundered from heaven. The Most High uttered his voice, hailstones and coals of fire. He sent out his arrows and scattered the foe. Lightnings in abundance, and he vanquished them. Then the channels of the sea were seen. The foundations of the world were uncovered at your rebuke, O Lord. At the blast of the breath of your nostrils, he sent from above. He took me. He drew me out of many waters. He delivered me from my strong enemy, from those who hated me. For they were too strong for me. They confronted me in the day of my calamity, but the Lord was my support. He also brought me out into a broad place. He delivered me because he delighted in me. The Lord rewarded me according to my righteousness. According to the cleanness of my hands, he has recompensed me. For I have always kept the ways of the Lord, and have not wickedly departed from God. For all his judgments were before me, and I did not put away his statutes from me. I was also blameless before him, and I kept myself from my iniquity. Therefore the Lord has recompensed me according to my righteousness, according to the cleanness of my hands in his sight. With the merciful you will show yourself merciful. With the blameless man you will show yourself blameless. With the pure you will show yourself pure. And with the devious you will show yourself shrewd. For you will save the humble people, but will bring down haughty looks. For you will light my lamp. The Lord my God will enlighten my darkness. For by you I can run against a troop. By my God I can leap over a wall. As for God, his way is perfect. The word of the Lord is proven. He is a shield to all who trust in him. For who is God except the Lord? Who is a rock except our God? It is God who arms me with strength and makes my way perfect. He makes my feet like the feet of deer and sets me on my high places. He teaches my hands to make war so that my arms can bend a bow of bronze. You've also given me the shield of your salvation. Your right hand has held me up. Your gentleness has made me great. You enlarged my path under me so my feet did not slip. I have pursued my enemies and overtaken them. Neither did I turn back again until they were destroyed. I have wounded them so that they could not rise. They have fallen under my feet, for you have armed me with strength for the battle. You have subdued under me those who rose up against me. You have also given me the necks of my enemies, so that I destroyed those who hated me. They cried out, but there was none to save, even to the Lord, but he did not answer them. Then I beat them as fine as the dust before the wind. I cast them out like dirt in the streets. You have delivered me from the strivings of the people. You have made me the head of the nations. A people I have not known shall serve me. As soon as they hear of me, they obey me. The foreigners submit to me. The foreigners fade away and come frightened from their hideouts. The Lord lives, and blessed be the rock. Let the God of my salvation be exalted. It is God who avenges me and subdues the peoples under me. He delivers me from my enemies. You also lift me up above those who rise against me. You have delivered me from the violent man. Therefore I will give thanks to you, O Lord, among the Gentiles, and sing praises to your name. Great deliverance he gives to his king, and shows mercy to his anointed, to David and his descendants forevermore. The word of the Lord. Psalm number 18. That's it for your humble servant for today. God willing, I will return on the morrow with another psalm and perhaps another muse of another kind. Always from the Word, always timely, always the truth. And now may the Lord bless you and keep you. May he make his face to shine upon you and give you his perfect peace. This is One Pilgrim. For now, I'm out.